Hi YT, it's 90302 and I wanted to come and show you some items that I picked up from some of the recent MAC collections, some items I ordered from Sleek. I took a stop in my local Ulta and a stop in my local Victoria's Secret. So if you like to see any of that, because you guys know I have a lot, please stay tuned. Alright, before I get started, I wanted to come and say hello to everybody. I miss you guys. I know I've been lax. For all of you who don't know it, I am a forensic pathologist by day, so my days get pretty hectic. So a lot of times if I'm working on a case, I may get in pretty late, and so some days it's just like videos are the last thing that I'm thinking of is a hot shower and go to bed. So I apologize to you guys for not cranking these videos out a little bit faster, but the weather is breaking, so that means my job really picks up, and so I stay locked between the laboratories and the morgues, deciphering what happened, when, where, and how. Okay, so let me get started. Hopefully everyone is doing well. First thing I did was I took a stop into my local Victoria's Secret. I had to go in there mainly because, as my daughter used to call it when she was little, I needed to pick up some pretty panties, so got some of them. They had, you know, Victoria's Secret is always having a sale on undergarments, and so I picked up quite a few of those. Also, while I was in there, I took a stop through their makeup section because they do have a very vast makeup section in there, and I came across these luminous mineral blush duos, and so I figured I'd give them a try. This very first one that I wanted to show you guys is called Meet Up, and Meet Up looks like this. And it's kind of like a deep plummy side and a pink side. The way these are set up is one side is darker and one side is kind of lighter. So I will give you a swatch of the darker side in here. So this is from Meet Up. And there it is, kind of swatched out on my hand. They had one online that was like this really pretty purple with a lavender side, but of course they would discontinue that one, so I couldn't get that one, and that was the one I really wanted. The next one that I got is called Pleasure, and Pleasure is kind of like this kind of bronzy peachy side and then a light peachy side. And I will give you a swatch of that. So there is the darker side, and here is the lighter side, and there it is, swatched out on my hand. So these are pretty decent. So if you're in your local Victoria's Secret, you might want to give these a try if you don't already have blushes of these colors in your collection. The very last one that I picked up, this one is called At Last. And At Last is kind of like a mauvey pink on one side and a lighter pink on the other. And it looks like this. And this one has some shimmer to it. So here they are, swatched on my fingers. And there they are, swatched out on my hand. So that's everything that I got in Victoria's Secret. Then I took a trip into Ulta, and I went into Ulta to pick up the new limited edition duo fiber Real Technique brush set. And they were debuting this on Facebook. So if you are a Facebook fan, you could have gotten this set for, I think it was $20 via Facebook. I didn't get it on Facebook. I actually picked mine up in Ulta. And I have pretty much all the Real Technique brushes, and I really love these. The next thing that I picked up while I was in Ulta was I picked up the Smashbox Heat Wave palette. And it comes in a package like this, and I'm going to quickly show you that. And I am getting hot. The temperatures have picked up. So it comes in a neat palette that looks like this on the outside. On the back it has this barcode, so if you scan this barcode with your cell phone, you can see different looks being demonstrated. Inside you get a really big mirror. You get one of the Smashbox primers as a sample. You also get this dual-ended brush. It kind of has like a little smudger end and then kind of like a shader end on the opposite side. And then inside you get all of these gorgeous shadows, and these are really pigmented. I don't own very many Smashbox shadows, but I'm kind of glad I did pick this up. So there is one of the eyeshadows right there. I will also swatch this kind of blue-green. And there it is, swatched out on my hand. So that is the Smashbox Heat Wave palette. And it is hot in here. So you guys hold on. I'm going to turn my fan on because I'm hot. So if it gets a little noisy, it's because of the fan. Yes. Alright, let's get cooled down. Okay, there we go. And then the last two things that I got from Ulta, I had purchased and shown you guys in my previous haul the Aqua Lilies palette by Tarte, and I decided to go ahead and get the limited edition lipstick from that collection, and this is called Timeless. And it comes in a really neat package like this. This is the second Tarte lipstick that I own, and I love this color. So here is Timeless. And it's kind of a red and coral. So there is a swatch of Timeless. And the last thing that I got from Ulta, I got one of the Urban Decay eyeshadows, and I picked this eyeshadow up because I saw my sis Nikki Hanna, she did a look with this, and I thought I owned this, or I thought it came in one of the Urban Decay palettes, but it didn't. And the eyeshadow I'm talking about is Asphyxia, I think that's the correct way to pronounce it. And it's this really beautiful purple, so I picked that up from Ulta. Next thing I did was I had placed an order with Sleek. And so my package came in this little black box, and inside I had ordered, here's my receipt. And when I say Sleek, like really packaged this, they did. You had the black box, and then I had a white box inside. But one of the first things that I ordered from them was one of their True Lip Color lipsticks. And these things are like super tiny. And I didn't think they were this small in comparison, let's say, to a MAC lipstick. So I feel like I'm getting half the product here, but the pricing at Sleek is definitely affordable. So I picked up this one, and like I said, it's called Exaggerate. It comes in this really cute packaging like this, and Exaggerate is this really pretty purple. And there is a swatch of Exaggerate. The next thing that I ordered from Sleek, I finally got my hands on the contour kit in medium. That thing stays forever sold out on Sleek, and so I finally was able to get the medium one. So while I was ordering this one, I said, you know what, let me go ahead and get everything that I need this one time, because I may not be able to get it again. But here is the contour kit in medium. And you've probably seen tons of these on the YT because a lot of people use them and love them. So I got that one in medium. I also picked up the one in dark, and I will show you the dark in comparison to the medium. So here is dark, and I would say that the contouring side is a little bit darker in the dark palette as opposed to the medium. So here is medium and here is dark. And after I ordered these, I have a friend who lives in the UK, and she needed some items from the US, and so she hit me up. I got those items for her, and she was like, well, is there anything you need? And at the time when I was trying to get these, they didn't have them in stock in her Super Drugs, so she couldn't send them to me. But instead she sent me the face form kit in medium, which I could kind of shoot myself now, because this face form kit, as I will show you shortly, is exactly like this is the medium contour kit, and this is the blush that I think is in the dark side. So having this one kit, and I kind of had them both. So I'm going to quickly show you that medium one side by side with the face contour. Exactly the same. Yes, so I could have saved some money getting this one, but I figure I'll put one in a kit, one will be personal use. And these things are gorgeous. The next thing that I got from Sleek was I got 2 of their limited edition palettes, and this very first one is called Showstoppers, and Showstoppers looks like this. Really gorgeous eyeshadows in here. I will give you some quick swatches. Ooh, yeah. So there are 3 of the eyeshadows, and these 2 have like some glitter in them. And let's see, I'll put that one there, that one there, and the purple right there. So there are 3 of the shadows from the Showstopper palette. And then the very last palette that I got from them is the I Divine Aqua collection, and this one is in Lagoon, and it comes in a package like this. And Lagoon palette looks like this. So let's see, which one should we swatch? Let's try this one out here, this purple up here, and this turquoise right here. So there are swatches of 3 of the eyeshadows in the Lagoon palette. And let's put that here. Wow, I'm loving. So there they are, swatched out on my hand. So those are all the items that I got from Sleek. And then the last thing that I picked up was, like I said, I had been placing a couple of orders with a couple of the collections that MAC had brought out. So the very first thing that I was hemming and hawing about getting my hands on was a backup of Embrace Me from the fashion sets. I really like this one, and so I was trying to get a backup of that, and I finally was able to get a backup. And you guys know what Embrace Me. This one came out with the fashion sets, so I got that. The next thing I did was I did not have the original Lavender Whip, and I was just like stalking MAC's website to get Lavender Whip, only to be told it is nothing like the very first one. So I got Lavender Whip. That's how I'm gonna say that. Gotta do a lot of work with this thing. So there is a Lavender Whip, and let's see, I will swatch that one out here. So there is a swatch of Lavender Whip. Kind of light in comparison to what I thought it would be like. So I got that. Next thing I picked up was I picked up the lipstick in let's see, there Raspberry Swirl. I think that's what it's called. Yes. And here is a Raspberry Swirl, and this one came out with Lavender Whip. So there is a Raspberry Swirl. A real light pink. And there it is, swatched out on my hand. Next thing up was the Art of the Eye collection, and from that collection I picked up 3 eyeshadows. So let me make sure I pull out the right ones. So the 3 that I got is Parrot, and everyone was hemming and hawing about getting Parrot. I thought I had this in my MAC eyeshadow collection, but I did not. So I picked it up. This one is very dupeable. It is in a couple of, look in your Wet n Wild palette. I will have to annotate down below the exact palette name, but you already have this eyeshadow. It's probably in quite a few other palettes that are out there, and you may even have just eyeshadow in your collection from like BH Cosmetics or one of them that is exactly like it. But there is Parrot, really pretty. So I got that one. The very next one that I got is called FARASHA. I think that is the correct way to pronounce it. And FARASHA is like this yellowed orange, and it looks like this. And here is a swatch of FARASHA on my fingers, and you guys don't mind all the markings here. Let's see, I need to find a better place to put that. But there is a swatch of FARASHA. And the very last one I got is called BANAFSAJI, I think. I will put the names like across here because I know I'm not saying them correctly. But this one I think is so beautiful. And BANAFSAJI looks like this. It's kind of like a blue purple. And there is a swatch of it on my finger. And there it is swatched out on my hand. So those were the 3 eyeshadows that I got from the MAC Art of Eye. Then one of the young ladies in the Mavens happened to be going by her local CCO, and if you guys know, MAC discontinued all the matte squared eyeshadows, and there were a couple that I did not already have. I thought I had all of the matte squared. So the 2 that I picked up was Handwritten, and I already owned this one, but I was hitting pan on it, and so I really wanted to get it again before I definitely could not get it again. And it's just this really pretty deep brown. The next one that I got is called Typographic. And you guys know at the CCO, the shadows are like $10.50. And Typographic looks like this. Kind of like a blackened gray. And there it is, swatched out on my finger. And here it is, swatched out on my hand. So I got that. And then the last thing that I got from MAC, and the thing that really drove us all crazy, because we all had to sit around and watch our computers just scroll and go out of control trying to get our hands on the Riri Woo. The Riri Woo that everyone was in anticipation of if you are a Rihanna fan. And it took me 37 minutes to get my hands on the infamous Riri Woo, which now some people are saying they like it more than the Ruby Woo. It is very, very close, if not close to Ruby Woo. You could put on either one of them and no one would know exactly which one that you have on. So like I said, I picked up 2 Ruby Woos, and here is one and here is number 2. And this was a feat to get. MAC, according to MAC, they felt that was the only way to do it, to keep Ruby Woo from being sold out within like 10 seconds or 10 minutes of it launching. So you guys have probably already seen Riri. She's all around the Watsy, but there is Ruby Woo with her initials carved in the lipstick. And some people are saying this is dry, but not as drying as Ruby Woo. I have not worn her yet, so that's it. That is everything that I have picked up lately. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you have any questions or any concerns, please feel free to hit me in my inbox or leave a comment down below. Enjoy the rest of your evening and get yourself geared up for the weekend, because it's fastly upon us. Alright guys, take care, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.